this is John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you. And what we're going to do today is very simply build my $17.50 greenhouse. Yes, this greenhouse right here was $17.50. And that's because it was purchased at Big Lots. And if you look closely, it says $69. $69 for a greenhouse of this quality is a poor value in my opinion. At the end of the season, Big Lots did put them on clearance, first at 50%, and then if they didn't sell, later at $17.50. It's good news for me that there's not a lot of gardeners in the city, so nobody bought these, so I was able to pick a whole bunch up actually for $17.50. For $17.50, it's an excellent value. For $34, that's alright. For $69, I wouldn't touch it with my dad's 10-foot pole. Anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and set this guy up. We're getting into the winter time here. It's fall. We just had daylight savings time change. The nights are getting cooler now. It's dipping down in the 40s. As you guys can see behind me, I still got a flourishing summer garden. Still making eggplants, tomatoes, and peppers, all that stuff. But pretty soon, that's going to come to an end. But meanwhile, I can't plant anything out in my beds because I'm not going to pull up my summer crops to plant my winter stuff. I need some more planting space, so we're going to build some greenhouses to keep the temperatures a little bit warmer and reflect the sun so my plants will grow faster in the winter time. So actually, I'm going to build a total of 4 of these guys, and we're going to put underneath this awning in the backyard. So it's going to get sun, stay warm, and be more protected from the elements because these guys literally will blow away. They're super cheap. I definitely recommend for an inexpensive greenhouse, the Harbor Freight greenhouses. They have one 6x8 and one 10x12. I recommend the 10x12 if you can't afford it. Otherwise, go for the 6x8. Check my past videos for videos on that. I also did do another assembly of another greenhouse that's actually a lot higher quality than this one that I would recommend before I recommended this one. It's a little bit more durable, but I like this one because it actually comes with shelves and everything you need to get growing today. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and open this box up and assemble it. The cool thing is you will need no tools to assemble this guy. I think although I might use a screwdriver to cut the tape open on the box. But other than that, no tools. This is totally cool. I mean, anyone could do this. Alright, so check it out. Now that we got the box open, here's all the different parts inside here. You got this vinyl greenhouse cover here. Now, this isn't worth beans, really. It smells like vinyl. It's kind of like your vinyl shower curtain. Hey, that'd be a good idea. Like, sew together some clear vinyl shower curtains and make a greenhouse cover. That being said, this will not last. So don't think this is a one-time purchase in a greenhouse. You're buying an inexpensive greenhouse. This vinyl covering will degrade over time easily. I expect it to last maybe a season, maybe 2 if I'm lucky, depending on the intense sun. I will be taking this down in the summer. I'm only going to use it in the fall, winter, and early spring until it starts to warm up a little bit to keep my plants a little bit warmer and growing a lot better. But that being said, super inexpensive. I definitely recommend if you want a really good greenhouse. That Harbor Freight one has performed well for me for many years. The other thing in here you'll see is the instructions. It's just very simple picture instructions. Super simple to assemble. And the other thing in here, you got a ton of different poles going on. Now, if you liked Lincoln Logs when you were a kid, and I did, you're going to love this kit right here. I mean, this is just like an adult linking log set. You're going to link things in. Maybe even get your kids to help you out there. To put this thing together, it just links together and it's going to go up and easy. And you even got shelves here. It's going to come with the little shelves so you can stack plants on your shelves. I like it. It's all in one. I mean, literally, you're just going to have to buy this and you can be up and growing. Now, I only recommend this kind of greenhouse for mild climates, right? Like if you live in Chicago or Wisconsin or Minnesota, this is probably not the greenhouse you want to get you over the winter time. In the snow and all that kind of weather, this thing ain't going to make it, man. If you want to put it up after the snow kind of starts to melt and stuff, this guy will give you a jump start on your season. But other than that, this is real light duty. I'd recommend you guys building like a hoop house or something like that first. But this is an option, and it's a really inexpensive option at that. The cheapest greenhouse I've ever bought. So what I'm going to do next is actually I'm just going to start setting this guy up and I'll show you guys different clips as I'm going along. One of the things you're saying, John, how's this guy doing? Well, as for an update, this guy is actually doing quite well. As you guys can see, the greens are growing really well, filled out really nice, and some of the plants on the bottom were kind of stunted when I transplanted them in. A few of them didn't make it, but I think that's because the plants were not of the highest quality. All the other plants that I put in that were in healthy shape when I installed them and planted them are doing just great. One of the questions on this video, which is called the garden tower video, best container garden I found was, hey John, how are you going to move that in your greenhouse? Well, guess what? I'm going to build this inside the greenhouse. I'm going to build the greenhouse around this, and this is going to be on the inside once I erect the greenhouse. So you guys are going to get to see that. I was supposed to buy a dolly to put this on, but I haven't had a chance to go to Harbor Freight yet to buy a dolly and then make a platform and all this kind of stuff yet. So that'll be in the future. Anyways, let's get started building this no-tool greenhouse. All right, so check it out. I got the base built. This thing is super easy. What you do is you just take a pole and you take these little connectors, like Lincoln log things, and fit them together while you're following the directions. And it's really super simple. I'm really glad that my garden tower fit inside this guy because it's actually quite small. This guy is probably about like, I don't know, 5 feet by 5 feet. So this is a really small greenhouse. You know, I generally recommend the largest size greenhouse you can't afford, but for $17.50, I couldn't turn this guy down. I'm going to go ahead and continue and build up the different layers, and we'll stop at different points and kind of show you the progress as I do it. Right, as you guys can see, I got the next level set up. Super simple, super easy. Just connect all the parts, add them on, and keep building. Alright, as you guys can see, got the next round going on. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the next round, and then the roof. I mean, this is going super quick. It's getting pretty tall here, man. Got one more layer. Just got to put the freaking peaks on the roof. Then we're going to buckle this thing up, just put the shelves on, and find all the vinyl covering. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm standing inside my greenhouse. Went up super simply, super easily. Next we got the shelves, and you're just going to take one shelf and put it on each little section here. So now you can have some plants in your greenhouse. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put some of the shelves on this guy because I can barely get around this side to harvest, so I might end up taking some of these shelves out, which will actually weaken the entire structure, which is not fully recommended, but it's going to be a pain in the arse to get around the backside and harvest some of my greens here in my garden tower, because it barely fits in this small little greenhouse. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm getting the top on. So what we did was Just basically got one side of it and just kind of brought it up and over the top. And we're just gonna kind of swing this all the way around. It's molded so that you're gonna want to make sure the peak lines up with the peak here, and do that on both sides. And basically all the little green lines on the edges are gonna line up with the poles, so you guys can get this up on top. I'm gonna go ahead and get this up and then start tying it down. Alright, the greenhouse is erected. The final step is there's some ties that need to basically tie the vinyl top down to the frame, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys one of those real quick. Alright, as you guys can see, there's the greenhouse, fully assembled. Got to get in there and tie it off real quick. It has zippers for closure. I don't know if this is going to last too long. The vinyl is pretty cheap, and it's not super clear, but it's clear enough to let some light through and keep it warmer on the inside. Let's go ahead inside. I think my spinach and dandelion and lettuce are liking it already. It's just a tad bit warmer, especially with the cold winter winds. It's going to keep the wind out, and it's going to trap the heat, which is going to keep it a little bit warmer inside here. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tie these little ties off right here. These little ties basically just need to go around each pole, and you're just going to tie them like a little bow tie and tie it tight so that the cover just does not fly off. Once the cover is stabilized to the frame, and then you got some weight on the shelves, that's going to keep this guy pretty stable. In addition, if you don't have any heavy weight on the shelves, I'm going to probably put some of those Groms containers on the bottom. You're going to want to weigh it down or something so that it doesn't fly away, because this thing literally, if you got strong winds, this thing's going to blow up in the air and get blown away real easy. Alright, so that was a success. Super easy, super quick to build. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10 being like 10 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest, this is like a 1. I mean, you guys got to be able to do this, or you don't deserve to be living. I mean, connect the freaking parts, put it together, you're all set up, and you too can grow in a greenhouse. Now, this is definitely not the highest quality greenhouse. I'm gonna say that, you know, for $17.50, I'm quite happy with it. If I would have spent the full price, $69, I would not be so happy. I would recommend and encourage you guys to save up your money and buy a good, decent greenhouse, you know, like the one from Harbor Freight that's gonna last, you know, season after season. This is definitely a temporary fix. It might last a season or two, and for $17.50, you should go out and buy them all. Unfortunately, the deal is already over. Be sure to subscribe to my videos for future updates. When I do find deals, I'll post it on my channel and show you guys what I'm getting and all this kind of stuff. All in all, I'm happy with my greenhouse, and it's going to allow me to grow more food faster in the fall and winter here, and even the early spring. My plant starts earlier. Stay tuned for future episodes where I'll actually show you guys and give you guys tours of my 4 greenhouses that I have on site now, and with all the different things I'm growing inside. It's definitely really cool. So once again, my name is John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. We'll see you next time, and remember, keep on growing.